Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video I will be covering one really interesting tool called the Pathfinder tool. Now the Pathfinder tool helps you to make your logos for your brand and can also be used for your illustrations that you're creating, right? So without further ado, let's begin and create a new document. For this video, I will be using this A4 size document, which is 210 millimeters by 297 millimeters. The orientation is portrait, and I will give a name to my document, Pathfinder Tool. Alright. So before I begin, I want to also remind you all to make sure that the Essential Classics options has been switched on from this drop down box below. Then only you will be able to see all these tools right here on your screen. Now the Pathfinder panel is right here on the right hand side of your screen. So it's right behind the layers panel, this one. So the Pathfinder panel has all these tools right here that we will be working on. But for this video, I will be focusing on the first 4 tools under the shape modes, namely the unite, the minus front, intersect, and exclude. So let's start by making our shapes. If we go over to the shape tool and choose your shape, the first shape that I will be making is the star tool. I'll click and drag my mouse and make a star shape like this. So by default, the fill of my star is white and the stroke, which is the outline, is black. So instead of white, I'll choose my fill to be yellow. Okay, that's one. So I'll go back to my shape tool and create a second shape, which is a circle. So I'll choose the ellipse tool, click and drag my mouse to make a bigger circle, but somewhat at the same size of my star. Okay. So instead of yellow, I'll choose my circle to be red. Alright, so we're good to go. Now I'll bring my circle in front of my star, and I'll send my circle right behind the star. To do that, I'll right click on my circle, go to arrange and send to back. Now since we will be focusing on these 4 shape modes, I'll make 4 copies of my shape. So I'll select my shape, click on Alt and drag my shape to make a copy. I'll select these 2 and make 2 more copies. Right, so I'll click on Alt and drag my shape down like that. So now we have total of these 4 shapes for these 4 different tools. Okay. So I'll select my first shape and I'll go over and click on the first shape mode, which is unite. If I click on this, as you can see, the star and the circle both unite together to make one single shape like that. So this was the unite mode. So similarly, I'll select my second shape like that. And this time I'll choose the minus front. So as you can see, the minus front eliminates the star shape and only the circle is left behind like that. Now I'll select my third shape like this and I'll select my third shape mode, which is intersect. So when I do that, the circle gets eliminated and a little bit of the star also gets eliminated like that. Now moving on to my last shape, I'll select this and click on exclude. So when I do that, the color gets swapped from a red circle to a yellow circle like that, and the yellow color of the star gets eliminated to white. And in this one, you can still see the star outline like that. It's more prominent in this last one right here. So now let's also save our document. If you go to File, we'll click on Save As. So by default, our document will be saved as an Adobe Illustrator file. And I highly recommend that we first save it in this format, so that in case if we have to make any additional changes, we can easily access our AI file and make changes accordingly. This will save a lot of time and we will not have to make a new document each time. So once it's saved in this format, we can further save it in different formats as well. We can save it in a PDF format by clicking on this Adobe PDF format and click on Save. But in case if I want to save my document in a JPEG format, we can do that by going to File, going to Export and Export As. So by default, my document will be saved in this format and we click on Export. So on that note, we now finally come to the end of this video. I hope you found this video to be useful, and with a little bit practice, you will soon become familiar with the Pathfinder tools over here. Thank you for watching and keep practicing.